What is going on, everybody? We are the Scream Warriors live for episode 2. We appreciate you guys being patient with us. Our schedules have been crazy the last couple of months. We finally found the free night to hang out. And as you can already tell, I kind of screwed up my scheduling. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii right now, while everybody else is in the comforts of their own home. So I am the Brett Man. We got two of the final ghouls up there with Mia and Destiny. We got Braden, and we got my other co-host from Goodwill Hunting, Brad. So we'll go around the table first, starting with Mia, last to me. Guys, how are you all doing?
I'm just peachy tonight.
Destiny, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful here. Not as drunk as I was last time.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Well, yet. So, hey, there's still plenty of time.
That's true.
Braden, you already look rough already with those sunglasses. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm a few Trulies in. We're on a mango Truly right now. I got two more right here on the side just in case this show goes over a certain extent. So, we're ready to rock, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Brad, how are you doing, bud? I only saw you a couple of days ago.
I'm great, man. I got my Coronas. I got some limes. We're good. We're ready to rock and roll. I got we're rock steady.
Yeah, hell yeah. And of course, got my little pineapple drink of some white rum. Kind of almost rhymes with red rum. So I'm ready to freaking party and get going tonight. So let's see who is all in the chat. We got Lamantra. What's going on there, Lamantra? Saying what's up before he clocks into work. Thank you so much. We got Chris Snyder. What's going on, man? Just giving us some a shout out right before we do our own thing. Chris is our producer. He makes the thumbnails for us. So, Chris, thank you so much. Misael, what's going on, man? Say, why are you guys scaring me before the show even starts? We're trying to get the freaking just to get y'all to relax. If we get a good scream out of you, we get relaxed. We be having a good time. And we got Sinister Cinema. This is Jason. What's going on, man? Say, Brett finally got laid. Ole. Congratulations, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I finally did it. I could mark one off the bucket list. And we also got Chris Galvin. What's going on, man? Hopefully I said your last name right. Destiny, did I say the last name right? You made fun of me earlier with my grammar, so.
I was laughing about something else. I think you nailed it.
About me getting laid, right? Knew it. So, anyways, we're gonna move on from that. Yeah, we're gonna move on for that. So, guys, what we're gonna do tonight, since this is we're pretty much at the halfway point of summer, so there's still plenty of time to get some summer horror movies in. So tonight we decided to go over our top 5 summer horror movies, but we're gonna begin kind of like with a bonus round with some honorable mentions here. So we're gonna go ahead and kickstart it. So get your most summer drink ready, sit back, relax, and hopefully we can entertain you for at least a good hour. So Mia, we're gonna go ahead and start with you. Let's see here. Let me get this up real quick if I can find my banners. Here we go. Honorable mentions. So Mia, do you have some honorable mentions right before we go into our top 5?
I have one because it is a movie I like very much, but I don't know if it would be considered necessarily as summer as all the other ones. So I'll go first and say Jeepers Creepers.
Ooh, good one.
Hey.
And what made you think of that one?
Well, I know it's hot as fuck outside. Like the whole movie, they're complaining about how hot they are. So that made me think of, especially here in Florida, it being literally miserable to be outside. So, yeah.
And no, that's actually a really great choice because one of my top 5s I'll mention earlier kind of has that similarity of what you said with Jeepers Creepers. So so that is a really good one. They didn't even think about Jeepers Creepers. So great pick on that one. Destiny, do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I have 4.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so I'll just go through them really quick. The first one I know you did last summer. It's a 4th of July movie. I wouldn't say it's like as hot as the other ones, but it's like the perfect sort of setting for it. Then I have Piranha, the original one. The remake obviously can work as well, but I just thought the original one, like the underwater shots, they just looked so pretty. And I think they looked better than the remake shot, so I included that. And then I have The Final Girls, because it is like a camp slasher sort of thing. They're out in the woods, very summery. And then for the last one, I have Summer of '84. Summer's in the title. Kids are on break. So yeah, that was the perfect one to include.
Nice. Man, I thought I was going to be the only one that possibly could mention Summer of '84, but where does it go on my list? We'll find out, because I was thinking the same thing. So, Braden, what are some of your honorable mentions?
I got two that I'm gonna throw on this list, and that is Ari Aster's Midsummer, which has definitely become a yearly watch since its release in 2019. I mean, what is there to say about the movie that necessarily hasn't been said about it? Like, there are the shocking moments. I mean, it's very colorful. Ari Aster really knows how to kind of give you the creeps in broad daylight while also showcasing some really shocking scenes within broad daylight as well. I mean, it's just been a great movie. That is really the movie that introduced me to, and I really think the world, to Florence Pugh as an actress. Like, I mean, seriously, it really showcased her talent. She's absolutely fantastic in the movie, and Ari Aster's direction. It's not my favorite Aster film, but I gotta say it's definitely he's only made 3. I haven't seen his newest one, but both of those that I've seen, Hereditary and Midsummer, are fantastic. So yeah, Midsummer is definitely on that list. And then got to go with Friday the 13th, 2009. It didn't make my top 5, but I feel like that the 2009 remake is definitely one of the better horror remakes, if not the best like slasher remake that I've seen. As much as I do like Rob Zombie's first go around with Halloween, but I think that Friday the 13th, the 2009 version is a damn menacing Jason. Takes place obviously during the summertime. It just screams summer vibes, like with the boating and all that stuff. So Summer Lake House, everything. Just great overall, fun time to sit back and watch that. So yeah, Friday 2009.
Hell yeah, man. Great choices for some good old honorable mentions. And Brad, what about you? What do you have any honorable mentions?
I do. I have 2. The first one being Cabin Fever. I've always really enjoyed this movie, man. It's got some fun characters, some funky good times. It gets weird at times. Winston is having trouble finding the right tow truck. There's 40s being crushed, but it's also got some great gore in it as well, man. Some nice carnage throughout, some really good creepy moments because of that. The shaving scene obviously is a good one. So I've always really dug the hell out of that movie. It's just, it gets under your skin, no pun intended. And yeah, it's great. This next one is going to be crazy. You guys are going to say, Brad, you're so stupid. I'm going to go ahead and nip it in the bud, though. I'm going to go ahead and get Jaws out there. I'm going to mention that.
Brad, you're stupid.
I know. It's the best movie. It's the best movie on the list, but it's not one I revisit that often. Every time I do, I really enjoy it. I have a great time with it, but I don't watch it that often. Maybe once every few years or something like that. These on my list, I go to a lot more often. So, yeah.
All right. I guess we can forgive you for putting. At least you mentioned Jaws, because if you didn't mention Jaws, I don't know what we're going to do with you. But. Before I go over mine, I saw Sebastian just joined us. What's going on there, Sebastian? How are you doing? And I'm going to throw an honorable mention towards Jason's way here, because he said he's been moving into a 2nd-story apartment during literally the hottest summer in Phoenix history. I actually almost went to the hospital. I almost passed out. That is a true horror movie. And dude, for your honor, you are going to get an honorable mention for your story right there.
Yes.
And hopefully you're okay and you're drinking plenty of water or white rum, whatever your choice of, just to stay cool off, my friend.
Birdie, what'd you mix your white rum with?
Me? I got a little bit left. I'm just going back and forth between that and watermelon claw.
What'd you mix with it?
Wait, what? No, I'm drinking it straight up, man.
You just drinking it out of the coconut?
Damn right I am, man. You got to freaking just roll with the punches, man. Just live life to the max.
That sounds fucking atrocious.
No, man, it's actually pretty good, but I'm already starting to feel it already. And then Misael says The Burning. Dude, kind of funny enough, Misael, because my first honorable mention is The Burning, because I definitely love Crosby. I like the character Crosby. He's a great slasher villain, possibly one of the most underappreciated slasher villains in the horror genre. Plus the rap scene. What more can I say about that? That's what pretty much we pretty much in a way, in my opinion, we need another like Burning movie, kind of like, I wouldn't say a remake, but just do something with it, or even a fan film just called Crosby or something, because I feel like we just need to reintroduce the idea of the burning, or just that, get it out there. So Burning is my first honorable mention, and my second one, Destiny, please don't kill me, it is Sleepaway Camp. I do absolutely love this movie. It's definitely one of my favorite kind of like camp movies out there, but we're talking about summer horror movies, so unfortunately it barely just missed the list, but I love the atmosphere to it, and of course we get one of the most shocking endings in horror movie history with it, so my other honorable mention is Sleepaway Camp. And
right.
Sebastian asks, is Evil Dead a summer movie? Dude, I actually thought about that. You could kind of consider it because they do go into the cabin during the summer. So I would consider it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no
Most
question.
cabin movies, if it's not snowing, yeah.
That's a good point with the snow, because other than that, you could just kind of assume it's the summer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I think, isn't Ash in long sleeves?
Yeah, but that's because he doesn't want to get sunburned.
Exactly.
I mean, he might be a little hot if it's summer.
Plus, you might never know. You might lose like a hand or something. You need to have like those long sleeves to cover up the missing hand and stop the bleeding,
Guess so.
And then The Burning starring Bill Crosby. All I could think with your accent. Oh, come on, man. Bill Crosby is just one of those ones that we don't like to talk about him. He is a horror movie all by himself. So all right, guys, those are our honorable mentions. So let's go ahead and dive into our top 5. And guys in the chat, go ahead and follow along with us. Let's list your number 5 when we get to, or when we are doing 5. Mention your 4 when we do 4, and vice versa. Or if you just want to drop your entire ranking, we'll be sure to show it off too. So Mia, we'll start with you first. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is Summer of '84. I put this as number 5. I do love it. I don't feel like summer is a huge aspect of it, but it gives very much like a Stranger Things 80s vibe, the same vibe Stranger Things does, because it's so well done and they pay a lot of attention to detail. And I'm just a sucker for a good mystery movie, like a whodunit. And I love how like the kids are trying to figure it out. It's like it's a classic whodunit with the kids. I love that movie.
And that once again, Summer of '84 being mentioned. So I'm loving the love of Summer '84 right now. Destiny, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is The Hills Have Eyes, the remake.
Ooh, good one.
I think this, in my opinion, is it's at least my favorite remake, even though I don't go to it as often as I would like, but also there's parts in the movie that is like a hard watch. But obviously it's freaking hot. They break down, they're on their way to California and they're stuck in the desert. So it's very hot. They're dealing with like mutant creatures running around, killing them off one by one. It's very bloody. There's great character arcs. The ending is, I think, phenomenal. It is totally worth all the shit that he's put through just for that ending. And yeah, I think it's a great, sweaty, nasty time.
And again, kind of like building off that, kind of like that summer heat with that movie too, because them stuck in the middle of the desert, and plus the dogs too. I love the dogs in the movie too.
Oh, Beauty and Beast.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, deadly duo right there.
Pain.
So, Braden, what is your number 5, my friend?
Number 5 on my list is going to It 2017. Since this movie has come out, I absolutely love this movie. And no, Misael and I did not. He said he says right there he's taking it back.
Can't take it back. I already got you right here.
He's saying it's not it. No, but for me it is. I think that it's an absolutely fantastic summer movie. I wish that this one could be higher on my list, but being that we're doing the top 5, there are just a few ahead of me that it's not top tier like those ones. So yeah.
There you go.
But what percent is this? No, no,
Say that every stream.
5%.
I know.
I'm believing it's 10.
I think I need to make an official T-shirt with that saying on it. So anyone that ever vacations with me, you guys are all going to get a T-shirt with that saying on it. No, but what do you call? I know Destiny is sitting there just like, please God, no. No, but I think that it's a fantastic movie. Bill Skarsgård is obviously fantastic as Pennywise. It just screams summer vibes. I mean, they're on summer break, and this is how they're spending their summer. They're spending their summer chasing after a freaking being that disguises itself as a clown. I mean, what better way to spend, your summer? Honestly, when I was sitting in theaters, I was like, dude, I wish my summers were filled with this much like excitement in my own town. Like, chasing after a fucking killer clown. I mean, dude, let's go. Like, yeah.
I always tried.
What's that?
I always tried to make my summers that fun, but I could never find the clown. I just couldn't do it.
Right? Like, I feel like I would be the first one to be like, all right, gang, who's with me? And all my friends. I mean, Misael, he knew me growing up. He might have been on board. He might have been like, dude, let's fucking go. But yeah, I think that it is honestly just such a damn good movie. Number 5 for me.
Damn, and you know what, Brady? We could even make your dream come true. We'll just let Brad dress up as Pennywise, and you freaking go try to track him down in the sewers.
You never find me.
Dude, I don't know about that, man.
I hide in the shadows, dude.
Out of Brad.
I just go to the sewers and have Braden walking around there for hours.
If they were
maybe you'll run into. Maybe you'll find Michael Myers down there, but you won't find me.
I was gonna say, just get me a cooler with alcohol to carry around, and I'll be good, man. Like, I mean, let's go.
If no one can have him, no one will.
Pennywise will definitely have a cooler of beers. Actually, he likes White Claws. So
dude, that's honestly what you would find down there. If anyone came to search for me and I went in there by myself, all y'all would find me with Pennywise with a cold one cracked open, just sitting there shooting shit. That's basically it. So,
and I can imagine Brady said, "Brady, thank God we found you. It's been days. Yeah, man. Can you make it a couple more? I'm having a good time with my buddy down here."
I know. Literally. I mean, I'll be like, "Hey, I got some more. You guys want to join?" If you guys say no, then what the fuck? Like, come on, get your asses in here and let's drink.
Oh my God, dude. So that is Braden's number 5 with freaking It and Pennywise. So Brad, what is your number 5, my friend?
Mine too is Hills Have Eyes, the remake. I'm going to say here too. A lot of the reasons that Destiny set up there. You feel the heat, man. They're out there. It's hot as ass. They get stuck. The isolation in that movie is fantastic. Being out there stuck in that little RV everybody's sharing. Yeah, and then you throw the creatures in there on top of it. The fucking the people in the mountains. That just gets wild. That movie's super tense. And just it's I wouldn't say it's a good time, but it's really effective. It's really effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely very effective. I totally agree with you on that, especially with the RV, and they're having like a hard time like fixing the AC, and they really make you feel that. So again, Destiny and Brad, great pick on for the Hills Have Eyes remake. And before we get to my number 5, just want to get to some of the people in the chat saying Chris's number 5 is The Hatchet because of Mardi Gras and all that. Dude, that is a great one. Getting that New Orleans vibe and all that, just the summertime, the swampy heat. So very good pick right there. Let's see here. He also mentioned The Devil's Rejects. That's not a bad pick. Misael says Friday the 13th. Absolutely. That's a great one pick, Misael. Sebastian, what's going on, man? Saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre gives me summer feels a bit. Dude, that's a great one. And Atanas, what's going on, man? How are you doing, my friend? And Gavin, what's going on, dude? Saying, I just want summer to be over. This heat is traumatizing me. Dude, I am so ready for the freaking fall, not only for football season, but for freaking Halloween time. I'm just ready for that mood. So, man, Gavin, happy to have you here in the chat.
Yeah,
so, dude. Let's see here. My number 5, pretty much just been mentioned already, so I won't go too long for it. I was trying to be sneaky with this pick, but apparently I'm not as sneaky as I thought. Number 5 for me is Summer of '84. Definitely, I really enjoyed this movie. Mainly what this gives off for me in the summer is just, kind of like Braden alluded to with It, because I did thought about It, but I thought Summer of '84 did a little bit better in the summer category of like kids spending time on their summer break, just hang out, just trying to get into some shenanigans. What better way to dive into some deep trouble than just assuming one of your neighbors is just some mass killer and all that? So just a lot of great tense scenes in that movie. But what really just sticks to me to this day about Summer of '84 is the third act. I'm not going to talk about it. I want y'all just to go watch it as blind as you can and to experience what I experienced with it, because it will legit make you go, oh shit. So my number 5 is Summer of '84.
That should be a t-shirt too, man. I like that.
What's that?
It will legit make you say, oh shit. The rhyme is epic. It's
good. Man, that'll be available on goodrealhunting.com. Just kidding. We don't have one yet. So that is our number 5. I'm not seeing any of our let's see here. Sebastian says here, I saw Fear Street this summer. Part 2 nails the feels for the most. That is another great one. Fear Street, 1978. That is a great pick, my friend.
I didn't even think of that. That one is really good.
Either.
Mm-hmm. Hey, there's still plenty of time if you want to add in your top 5 as we go along here.
Nope.
There we go, Mia. I love it. So let's continue that streak with you, then. So let's go to number 4.
All right. My number 4 pick is X.
Oh, dadgummit. I had it as my third honorable mention, and I just thought, maybe not. But I'm glad you mentioned it. Why X for your number 4?
It's got, like the lake vibe and the alligator and the, her in like overalls because they're all sweating their asses off, that kind of feel. They're all like miserable and like, I don't know where they are, like Texas or something. And they're all obviously, hot as hell. I feel it. But yeah.
Are you talking about them like in a heat level, or are you talking about a certain profession that they were doing? Both. Okay, just want to make sure. So you were kind of nervous to mention it.
Anything.
Let's just go ahead and say it's porn.
Yeah.
I think I need to get X on a rewatch ASAP. So.
Oh my god.
He pulled the shades down for that.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
on a rewatch.
I need to rewatch it
tonight.
My god.
Anyways. Other than porn, the soundtrack is great in that movie. Love that soundtrack. Very summery soundtrack. So yeah, all in all, X is definitely a summer movie, whether it's, they're at the beach or not. I think lake vibes give me very much summer. Cabin. It's almost like they're in a cabin. It's like an outhouse, so it's close enough.
Mm-hmm. No, I absolutely agree. Definitely anything with a lake environment, I easily consider that summer feels. I used to live on a lake house, so I totally get that vibe. Like every time when it's summertime, I'm always thinking the lake. So I'm glad you brought up X. I'm actually regretting it not mentioning it in my honorable mention. So appreciate you bringing that up. And Gavin, you lie, you porn. Get out here. So Destiny, what is your number 4?
My number 4 has already been mentioned, so I won't go too in depth. But it is Midsummer. It's bright outside constantly. I would imagine it's hot, even though I've never been, so maybe it's not that bad. But really, the brightness, there's flowers everywhere, so it feels very like springtime, summery. The movie is great. I absolutely love it. I love Danny so much and everything. I don't love what she goes through, but, I feel for what she goes through. And I think the ending is wonderful. And yeah, it's just a great movie, I think, for the springtime and the summertime, because it is just full of light.
Yeah, no.
It's one of the only horror movies that's daytime the whole time. Like, except for like maybe one scene, at night.
Literally, except for when they're like sleeping, but everything else pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but no, that's a great point too. That this also could, Midsommar can also be a spring movie. That's a great point as well. I think that's what most people think, but no, definitely it gives off summer vibes with it. With the daybreak, just like out in the middle of the day, it's hot out there, especially at the ending. One particular building does get hot. So very good pick with Midsommar. Braden, what is your number 4, my friend?
Dude, this isn't even a year old yet. I realize that it turns a year old in 2 days, and it's definitely going to be like I've already had it on a couple times this summer, just like during the day and everything, and it's going to be one that I rewatch every single year during the summer. That's right, y'all guessed it, Jordan Peele's Nope. It's honestly, again, it's only a year old, but I feel like this is a really damn good summer movie. I mean, it's bright as day during some of the scenes, especially like during the climax of the movie. It all takes place during the day. And I think that this movie, it just screams excitement. It screams kind of like a summer blockbuster-y type of movie. So, I mean, Jordan Peele, this is a love letter to classic Spielberg films and everything like that. I am going to be rewatching this for several years, and I'm so glad that I own it on Blu-ray. So, yeah, Nope is definitely in my top 5. So.
Hell yeah, dude. And I actually listened to a podcast, Paul Modem, that they actually did an episode lately on Nope. So if you love that movie, Braden, they go into great detail about like just the whole life philosophy about the movie and the setting and everything and the performances. I think you would really enjoy that podcast if you're a podcast listener.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's honestly because Us is currently in last place on my. It's like so close to being my favorite Peele film. Like after a few more watches, I love Get Out, but after a few more watches, man, I swear I think Nope might hit number 1. So yeah, but I do love this movie. So thank you for that recommendation as well.
Oh, absolutely, man. And I need to get Nope a rewatch as well. It's been since again last year since I've seen it in the theater, and definitely want to give it a rewatch, especially after listening to the podcast and getting some insight about it. How I've never really thought about it before. So really interesting pick. You bring that up at your number 4. So Brad, wait, real quickly, Brad, you've seen Nope yet, right?
I have not yet.
Okay,
no.
You need to watch that on the Peacock app. So you definitely need to get that going. It's on there right now. But before you can even get to that, Brad, what is your number 4?
Number 4, Braden mentioned it. It's at chapter 1, man. 2017. The kids on summer break, they're having a good time. You explained it all there earlier. I think this would be higher on my list had they gone darker with the tone in the movie. I still would have liked to see it be a little bit more dark. A lot of comedy in that movie kind of holds it back for me. The CGI does as well. But it's still just a fun time. You can still have a great time with it. The characters are a lot of fun to watch. It goes by fast. Pennywise is great. And yeah, there's some good creepy moments in there. There's a few of them. But yeah, it's definitely it's the summer of the Loser Club, man. That's what it is.
And I kind of feel bad for Pennywise though, because he's freaking wearing that whole actual outfit during the summer. I'm sure he just must be just miserable, like sweating hot, while down there in the sewers as well.
Yeah, I mean he gets a little warm down there, but he also there's a lot of moisture down there to help cool him off. So okay.
that's true. With all the the muddy water and the blood. Yeah. So you're right. There's some moisture down there.
It's kind of like the bottom of the ocean. The sun doesn't really get in the sewers, so it's nice. Good optimum temperature.
He looks really like it's like that is not disgusting at all.
It's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no, totally sanitary.
Yeah.
So, before we get to my number 4, I want to go ahead and get you all some your recommendations at the chat. Where Missy L saying Evil Dead. Yeah, kind of like we alluded to earlier. Evil Dead's a great choice with the cap and feel and everything. Brother Fluff just joined us in the chat. What's going on there, Brother Fluff? How are you doing? Gavin mentioned Midsommar as well. Sebastian with an interesting one saying Slumber Party Massacre. That's an interesting one because like I could kind of see where like the girls are having a slumber party during the summer and time and all that, just getting stressed from school, just need to freaking just let loose and have fun. So that's an interesting pick there, Sebastian. Missy L says Nope is fantastic. And Jason from Sinister Cinema says, I didn't make a list, but I'm pretty sure Midsommar would be my number one if I didn't. Dude, that would be a killer number one if you did that. And Gavin says Wolf Creek 2 is kind of sweaty. Need to watch the Wolf Creek movie. So I'm very interested in watching those eventually to kind of see what you got going with the whole sweaty environment with it. Sebastian says The Fog. I could kind of see The Fog. That's an interesting pick. And then Gavin also says Death Proof. It's kind of horror adjacent in a way. Yeah, I count that as horror. So very good pick with Death Proof.
Yeah.
So let's see here. My number 4, I'm going to go ahead and say my number 4 is I Know What You Did Last Summer. Definitely one of the popular 4th of July movies, and 4th of July, of course, is held during the summertime. Plus, I just love the whole story about the fisherman with the hook. It's a famous story and all that. And it's just one of the more popular horror movies. It might not be one of the greatest horror movies of all time, but it's definitely one you could easily be entertained by. One you definitely will remember. Plus, the killer looks awesome too, with the raincoat and the fish hook and how he uses it to kill his victims is great. And plus, it also has one of my favorite chase scenes ever with Helen and the fisherman. I wish more horror movies would go towards that aspect of that kind of chasing that I Know What You Did Last Summer pulled off. So definitely love I Know What You Did Last Summer. I am so excited, and I hope eventually they can get the ball rolling even more with kind of the requel or the sequel idea they have set up that they want to do. I'll definitely be there day one if they can get that figured out. But my number 4 at the time is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Nice.
And
wait, what was it? My computer froze.
Oh, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh my God. I just heard all of that. You said something and then Brad said noise, and so I thought you said something else.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yes.
Do I need to repeat any of that?
Nope, I got it all.
Okay, good, because I did not remember what I just said. I just say it once and just go on. So, Danner, what's going on, man? Saying, love I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, Danner and Chris actually did an episode on their Horrorwood podcast on I Know What You Did Last Summer. So if you're a fan of that movie, give their episode a listen. It's fantastic. But he says, love I Know What You Did Last Summer, the first horror movie I've ever seen, thanks to my babysitter, Jason. Did Jason wear a hockey mask, Danner? If he did, then probably not the best babysitter to have.
He's decent.
Ooh, Mud Nelson, interesting pick here, Brad. This one might be up your alley here, Brad. The Green Inferno counts as a summer.
It
Brad,
counts as a summer flick, I would say, but I hate that movie, dude. Fuck no.
What?
It wouldn't be on my list. Yeah.
I was actually gonna put that on my list, but I wasn't.
Yes, fight Mia, Brad, fight now.
You could put it on your list, but you can't put it on my list though.
Fight. Disgusting, but what else is wrong with it?
I was not interested in any of the characters. It's been a while. I haven't seen it since it came out, so I don't remember specifics. I just remember not really being into the story all too much because of the characters.
Hey, Braden, as they're going, we got Chuck.
They were kind of annoying, and then it was just overly nasty. And unless the story's compelling, I don't care to sit there and watch legs get chopped off and ate and all kinds of fun stuff. And then I remember somebody shitting in the corner of a cage, and that's when I turned it off. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not finishing this movie.
What about the ending? How do you feel about the ending?
I didn't get that far. I yanked the plug out.
That's the best part.
It might have been good, but I did not get around to seeing it.
Well, you have to watch the whole thing to give it a fair rating.
I could sense a feature bet going on here.
What bet, Birdie?
If the Nun 2 is better than the Nun 1, you have to rewatch the Green Inferno.
By whose subjective subjective
we'll figure
opinion
it out in our chat, but it's going to happen.
Listen to me. I hope and pray that the Nun 2 is better than the Nun 1. It really doesn't have that much of a competition. It really does not.
Really hyping it up when I saw her a couple months ago. She's like, yeah, the Nun 2 is going to be great.
Who said that?
Better. Bonnie, the one that plays the nun.
Okay, yeah, fan. She's
I trust
moved
her.
up my rank right there.
Well, of course she's gonna say that. She wants people to see the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what? James Hugh Courtney said Halloween Kills is going to be the best Halloween movie of all time when I met him, and that's not the case.
I'm glad he thought that.
Okay, well, guess what? Guess what? Here's the deal. you can't make a movie called The Nun and have the nun in it for literally 5 minutes. Okay. Like it's just something that you can't do. And she was why people were there, and she was barely in the movie. She needs to be more involved in the movie. And if I swear to God, if they sell all the jump scares like they did the first one, or really what they're doing with all of the Conjuring films after The Conjuring 2, it's like, come on, man. Like, everyone's going to see it coming. I really, listen, Brett, man, I know you're excited for it, but I really want it to be good. I really want to go into the theater and leave and be like, I want to text you right away and be like, Brett, that was actually really good.
Dude, you're going to. I'm just waiting for it. But not only am I waiting for Braden to say it, I'm waiting for Destiny to say it. I'm waiting for Mia to say it, and I'm definitely waiting for Brad to say it.
Brad ain't gonna say it because Brad ain't gonna see it. Brad ain't gonna see nothing, so he ain't gonna say nothing.
He said he's not supporting it. He's like, yeah. I'm not supporting this movie.
Brad just hates when I'm right. Brad's right most of the time.
Would you say that it had none of them nuns in it in the movie?
Brad, leave the puns to me, good sir. Even though I will say this, I love your hat.
So I didn't see the first Nun.
Oh, I don't know how. The first Nun? Do you have HBO Max?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not called HBO Max. Do you have the Max?
Yes.
Okay, but it's on there, so there you go. You can watch it right before it comes out.
Fat chance of that happening, but
Mia, there you go. If you need something to fall asleep to at night, I swear to you, it's a great movie to watch. So
I'll watch The Nun if you watch Green Inferno again, Brad.
No, these are literally we're literally talking about the two movies that I've turned off midway through in my entire life. I think these are literally the two movies I've done that to. I'm not watching either one of them. No way, Jose. Not gonna happen.
You are such a Debbie Downer. So
I'm laughing at Misael's comment. He's saying Braden wants the nun to have a character. I mean, to have her more involved in the movie would be a big character arc. Yes. So
my god.
All right.
Oh my god. So
I just couldn't help but laugh at that.
Okay, Brad, before we go into round 3 here, or just to go to the number 3, what about Cannibal Holocaust? Your favorite?
No, I've never seen that.
Okay, well, let's just say you watch
better, even though I've never seen Cannibal Holocaust.
Has anyone else here, have y'all seen Cannibal Holocaust?
I have not, but I am terrified. But I've seen the episode. I think it's called, or what's that episode or the show on Shudder where they go behind the scenes on some dark shit of horror movies? What's that called? Like they did the episode with The Exorcist. Horror movies? Yeah, it's like they did the episode The Exorcist and
the Cursed Films.
Yeah, Cursed Films. I'm pretty sure Cannibal Holocaust had an episode on Cursed Films season 2. And it's something about a turtle. I will not say it here.
They killed real animals in the movie. That's why I won't watch it.
Yeah, so that's why I can't watch. That's why I can't watch it either. So
which movie is this?
Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh yeah, dude. We don't need to see that movie either, Birdie.
It's rough.
No. Yeah. It's rough, and I feel sorry for the turtle, but he wasn't fast enough. So let's see here. So let's go ahead to our number 3 round. or just number 3. So Mia, what is your number 3 summer horror movie?
My number 3 is The Lost Boys.
Oh, okay.
Think of that one.
Oh, I still believe.
Exactly. And they're at the beach. It's summertime. All the kids are having fun. All the teenagers, whatever. And it's another, few kids are bored during summer and they're hunting vampires. I mean, it's like every summer movie that has kids trying to hunt something down is probably a good summer horror movie for me. Mm-hmm. So you got the Frog Brothers hunting vampires. You've got a teenager turning into a vampire. It's just a good time. And it's very,
California.
Beachy. Yeah, it's California, summertime, beachy. They're driving their little dirt bikes on the beach and stuff, having a good old time.
Yeah, freaking eating maggots. I mean, noodles. They're maggots, Michael.
They're worms.
Oh yeah, they're worms, Michael. That's great.
It's just noodles.
It's just noodles. But man, I'm kind of jealous now if I didn't think of the Lost Boys. Freaking excellent pick with the Lost Boys there, Mia. So good luck trying to win round 3, everybody else. So Destiny, what is your number 3?
Well, I was going to say it chapter 1, but to not keep saying the same thing as everyone else, I'm going to change it to one of my other favorite movies. I can't believe I almost forgot. Snakes on a Plane. You're in Hawaii. It is beautiful, stunning, and then you're on a plane. So you're not outside for too much, but it is summertime. And, stuck on a plane, and there's snakes, and people are dying. But I love watching this one really at any time, but especially during the summer. I think it is an amazing movie, and it needs to be appreciated more. And not ironically, I think it is a great movie, seriously. So, yeah.
Especially with that music video at the end.
That music video literally changed my life, okay? That music video is everything I ever wanted. I love it so much.
Oh, man. But you know what? I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. That's like the greatest line in movie history, if you ask me. It's just the greatest line ever. Plus, Samuel L. Jackson giving that line, like, how can you make that better? Morgan Freeman saying it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was being facetious over that.
You proposed it and it sounded good. So
listen, Samuel L. Jackson is the reason the movie is what it is. So we're gonna put some respect on his name, okay? Without him, that movie would not have been made.
Especially him just saying, "Hey, snakes on a plane." Okay, I got to be a part of this movie. That's my favorite story about him.
It has Lin Shaye in it.
Okay,
it does have Lin Shaye.
I love Lin Shaye.
Well, then you should watch Snakes on a Plane.
Well, maybe.
Well, there he goes. So get Snakes on a Plane, get Green Inferno, get The Nun in there. Hey, giving you all great suggestions for over the weekend watches for summer horror. Except for today, it's not really summer horror. It's more Halloween. So, Braden, what is your number 3, my friend?
Well, I guarantee you mine is not on anybody else's list. And my number 3 is Disturbia. Disturbia is it on a couple of your guys' lists?
No. That's a great thought. I can see why.
Not.
I can see why.
It literally takes place during the summer. Yeah, it's all summer. I mean, dude, like, see, this is the type of adventure that I'm talking about, man. Like, if I was on house arrest, I would hope and pray that I got the level of excitement that we got in this movie, man. Like, I mean, seriously, there is so much packed into this film. It's such a damn great movie. It's the third act. I mean, and I said this during the Fear Freaks watch party for it. The third act does kind of get stretched out just a little bit, like, but for the most part, it's a fantastic movie. It's fast paced. It's interesting. The characters are all pretty likable. And everything. So it's one of Shia LaBeouf's best movies by far, I think. So, yeah, I think that this movie, it still today doesn't get talked about enough, which I don't know why. So I just want to give some love to it. But, yeah, Disturbia is my number 3. And I don't know how much more of an explanation I need to give.
Yeah, and Jason actually brought up what I was going to mention, Braden. I liked it better when it was Rear Window. I absolutely love Rear Window. I did a paper on it during college in my film class as we watched it. It's absolutely fantastic, Braden, if you have not seen it. Because, again, that's pretty much where Disturbia got this movie from, but just more of a 2000s vibes to it.
Okay. I'll have to give it a watch and
I'm
talk
pretty
about
sure.
It
and Jason, don't kill me if I get this wrong. I am a little bit tipsy, but Alfred Hitchcock.
Correct.
It is.
Okay, thank you. So yes,
Brett is white rum wasted at this point.
I want to get chocolate wasted.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Rear Window. So, Brad, what is your number 3, my friend?
Man, I tell you what, I had Midsommar lined up to go in here. A couple of people talked about it already. There's nothing more to add. So, I mean, I'll keep that in my third spot technically, but I would like to mention Friday the 13th Part 2. It's not my favorite Friday the 13th movie, but I think this one nails the summer vibes the best. It has the camp feel the best, the summer camp feel. And to me, it's really the quintessential summer camp kind of movie. I think it's just a better version of the first movie, and it nails it. So, the lake is beautiful. The sack is beautiful. Good characters, a lot of good kills. And, yeah, it's just, it's always a blast, man.
Yeah, and Brad loves the sack man, so what can I say about that? So before I go into my number 3, I got some comments start here I wanted to get to. Dana asked me which beach I'm at. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii right now. That's where I am right now. So if you want to meet me up here and just hang out, drink some white rum, that's where I am for the next couple of days.
He's drinking white rum out of a straw, dude. Oh,
hey, epic as fuck if you ask me. And Dana also said, now watch Snakes on a Train. So Destiny, that's your job for this weekend is watch Snakes on a Train.
No, I will not stand for the slander of one of the best movies ever made. Because it's just a C movie of a B movie, and I will not watch that.
Can I just tell you guys that, like, no more than 2 hours ago, Brett Mann was telling us all that he's working tomorrow. He's only going to have one drink, and now he's drinking white rum out of a straw.
Legit. I mean,
and I'm drinking a Waterman White Claw. I'm about to go on my second one. So.
I genuinely cannot wait to get that text from us saying, "Fuck you, Braden, bro."
Yeah, what kind of life? What kind of life coach are you?
Hey,
raise
listen
your
to me.
hand if you have to work tomorrow. Wow, Brad. Wow.
What can I say? What can I say?
That's why
Lucky
Thursdays
you,
work best for Good Real Hunting.
Well, technically, I work from home, so that
Cheater.
tomorrow I'm at home. So,
but luckily tomorrow for me is inputting, so it's not that bad. So that's why I don't mind the drink just a little bit, even though I've gone over a little bit. But. Shut up, Brad. Gavin says, nah, Brad, that's not even Samuel's best line. Talk about we have motherfucking snake. English motherfucker, do you speak it? Yeah, man, I speak it. And I know Pulp Fiction is one of the greatest movies of all time. So great line by Samuel right there. And Sebastian says, Hostel is a summer horror movie, but Torture is not for me. Dude, I actually watched Hostel for the first time ever, getting preparation for the Summer Slash tournament that me and Brad are going to have next week. And I'll be honest with you, I thought the Torture was going to be bad in that movie. It's honestly not that bad. So if anybody is like kind of squeamish when it comes to Torture, Hostel is not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah. By today's standards,
better.
Yeah.
I watched the second one.
Mm-hmm.
You like the second one more?
Second one I like better too.
I just watched it the other day for the first time, and I liked it a lot more than the first one. Because everybody's like, "Oh my god, the first one's like terrible, like torture porn, like so bad." And then I watched it, and I was like, "That's it."
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of the second one was a little gorier for me. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, especially that one scene, kind of like acting like the bathtub.
I remember
awesome.
I remember that.
God, it's awesome.
That was like some Queen to the damn shit right there.
Damn right it is. And especially the actress that unfortunately met her demise in that movie. She's a popular actress, especially in Scream. Let's see here. Jason says, Brett looks like he's in a scene from Throw Mama from the Train. Oh, thanks, buddy. I haven't even heard that movie, but I'm going to assume that's a compliment. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and my number 3. Number 3, it gets mentioned a couple of times in the chat already. I'll go ahead and throw it out there myself. My number 3 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Talk about a movie that's all about the freaking just setting the heat. Definitely is this one. Them in the van. They are miserable. You can tell they're just sweating bullets. The house of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when it's the third act and they're in that dark room, the story behind it where they used the black curtains and that room was like over 110 degrees when they were filming that scene. Oh my god, like talk about like just the ultimate summer horror movies with just pretty much behind the scenes. Texas Chainsaw Massacre does it for me. And I will go ahead and piss some people off. Sally, I think is one of the most overrated final girls of all time. All I believe she does is scream for most of the time and she gets lucky. But I definitely love Leatherface. I definitely love the kills. I definitely love when Franklin finally gets it. But definitely a lot of heat to this film. Definitely get the summer vibes, the Texas heat. So my number 3 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice, Birdie. Always a good option. You the original one you said?
Yeah, the original. Like, I'll also accept the remake, too, even though the remake doesn't really give off as much as the heat as the original does. So that's why I went with the original.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And then Dander says, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I can't watch it on any other format other than the VHS. Dude, I bet you watching it on VHS is badass, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So hell yeah. So let's see here. Chris says Lucio Fulci's Zombie is a great summer horror movie film as well. Dude, I still need to watch that. I know The Last Drive-In did an episode on that. I'm pretty sure this season. So I need to watch that episode soon. But I heard nothing but good things about that movie.
Yeah, hell
and
yeah.
that's the one with the icing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be the only one. That'll be the only. See, I rewind. I hate anything that has to do with an icing. So let's see here. I think we are caught up all on the chat. So let's go ahead and go to number 2. So Mia, what is your number 2?
So I did originally put Midsummer, but since we've talked about it about 7 times already, I'll go ahead and pick another one, which is The Devil's Rejects.
Nice.
So I'm a Rob Zombie fan, as we know. And the second one definitely gives off more like desert, sweating, like miserable heat kind of vibes. So that's why I think it gives off summer vibes more than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Otis is all of a sudden not albino, and, you know, they're running.
It's because it's summer now. He's got a tan.
Yeah, he changes in the summer. He's not albino anymore. So, yeah, he's not albino, and they're running through the desert, you know, with their little Western guns, having a good old time. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. And again, it kind of like, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It just gives off that heat to it. So not Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but The Devil's Rejects, great pick for number 2. I was about to call Destiny Mia. Destiny, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Sleepaway Camp. It's already been talked about, but it is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, so I thought I would mention it. Even though I would say, like, especially like the opening, like with the title card, the leaves look very fall-like, so it looks like it's like a late summer, like early fall type movie. But I don't know. I think it still gives off the summer vibes. You're at a camp. They're still swimming. The opening happens in the water. They're on boats and stuff, and like Brett said, the ending is one of the craziest twists, I think, out there. And I love Angela Felicity Rose is adorable in the movie. And the kills are pretty great. And it's just wacky and it's weird. And the line deliveries make me laugh every time I watch it. And it's just a go-to movie for me during the summer. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and definitely the shorts also brings out the summer vibes as well. That Sleepaway Camp displays in that movie.
Yes, short shorts and crop tops.
Mm-hmm.
We love men's crop tops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. and the mustaches that they have to attach to their lip all of a sudden, just because they shaved it off for non-continuity.
I love it. See, it's like the shit like that, like. If they ever try to remake Sleepaway Camp, like, it's not going to feel the same because the movie is just so, like, tonally, it's just so weird. And every choice that they made is so strange. But for me, it works for this. Like, everything is played just the right amount. And I think it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely it is. But just some of the movies I had, that's why it kind of feels short. But if you like give me Sleepaway Camp with some of the movies I've already mentioned, I'm definitely going Sleepaway Camp. Especially this couple of months ago, when Felicity Rose was in my hometown and she did that watch party with us, the live watch party, to get her behind the scenes on everything. I love the movie even more now. So definitely, I knew you would put that high up on your list, but awesome. Sleepaway Camp definitely is the top summer movie of all time for the horror genre. But Braden, what is your number 2, my friend?
My number 2 goes to Friday the 13th Part 2. I love Friday the 13th Part 2. You guys had me on your guys' channel for Part 2 on your Friday watch party series. And I mean, this movie, just like the first movie does, like, have, you know, it's got the summer feel to it. But Part 2 introduces us to our adult version of our special boy, Jason Voorhees, in the sack head mask and everything. And this was actually the first horror movie I'd ever seen. So this is the movie that my dad decided to introduce me to the horror genre with, was Friday the 13th Part 2, which is why I like Part 2 more than I do the original. And I don't think I'm alone in that realm. But I think that Part 2, it just gives you the summer vibes with the counselors getting ready for the campers to arrive, and Jason taking them out one by one, and it's got just a really good vibe to it. And I mean, again, Sackhead Jason really did get me as a kid. So yeah, Friday the 13th Part 2 all day. I love this film. And it will, I think, always be my favorite Friday the 13th movie. So definitely that one.
Hell yeah. To go along with Brad, Braden loves the sack.
Yeah, the sack's beautiful, man. To confirm Danner's comment from earlier, the sack is beautiful for sure.
Yep, love me some sack. So
yeah,
and Brad's even worn the sack before, so Brad has all the experience in the world with one eye hole sack right there, and how he almost killed me. Brad.
Yeah, I got a lot of sack experience for sure.
Yeah, killed me with a freaking garden claw.
Nice.
You almost killed
Hey,
me with
Braden.
his back.
Thanks.
Shut up. I almost died. So, Brad, what is your number 2, my friend?
Number 2, Mia said this a long time ago, and I gotta agree. Jeepers Creepers, man. It's fantastic. This movie always creeped me out as a kid, man. For sure. The opening is creepy as hell, all that stuff. But yeah, man, I like the brother sister, the sibling dynamic as the cast, because I think that's kind of unique. I like the way they kind of bicker back and forth like siblings do. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, they're on summer break from school or whatever. They're going back to see their parents. He's got his laundry, right? So his mom can wash his clothes for him. So yeah, it's a good time, man. The creeper, scary as fuck, does a lot of crazy stuff. That first movie was just banging, man. It was awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Again, Jeepers Creepers, a phenomenal pick. Definitely gets off that summer heat. So great pick, my friend. And before I get to my number 2, got some star comments I wanted to address. Misael saying Cabin in the Freaking Woods. Dude, that is a great pick. That is such a fun, smart comedy horror movie right there, my friend. So excellent pick on that. And to go along with that, he said men can wear crop tops at the wedding. Absolutely, they can, as long as the bride approves of that attire choice.
I concur.
You concur? There you go.
I encourage that. Yes, very much so.
There we go. So Mia's wedding is going to be a sleepaway camp themed wedding, and everybody's going to wear freaking crop tops. So there we go. And Jason says, no one said Manos the Hands of Fate yet. Amateurs. Well, damn, I guess I'm an amateur, man. I've never even heard of that movie. And then Gavin says, my number 1 is the Cape Fear remake. I didn't even know they made a remake for Cape Fear. It is a horror movie, and I don't care what anyone says. Well, that's awesome, dude. So your number 1 is a Cape Fear remake.
Didn't really think about Deliverance either.
Deliverance. And then Chester says, I definitely agree. I like Friday the 13th Part 2 more than the first Friday the 13th movie. And I do as well. And then we got Brooke in the house. What's going on there, Brooke? How are you doing?
Hi.
And then let's see here. Okay, number 2. I know, Mia, you said you had Midsommar at number 2, but you changed it since we talked about it a lot. But I'm going to keep it for me. My number 2 is Midsommar. I absolutely love this movie. This is definitely, hands down, my favorite Ari Aster film that he has directed. But what really just gets this movie, not only just this movie is mostly done in the daylight, which is unusual for a horror movie, but it's definitely Florence Pugh's performance as Danny. She absolutely gives her all in this movie, and Braden saying best. This is like the movie that it was like her coming out party, like, hey, I'm here to stay. I'm one of your best actresses working today. So love her, and I cannot wait to see her in Oppenheimer tomorrow to see what she has in store for us. But yeah, Midsommar, I love it. Definitely one of the most beautiful films, just on camera. Definitely beautiful. And the third act, let's just say it is unbearable. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely love the third act of the movie. You need to watch it. And this movie also taught me, to finish this up, everybody has to have an official pusher at their disposal if they need it. You got to have a pusher. So my number 2 is Midsommar.
I think you can take out the line if they need it, and just you got to have it on standby either way. Like just because.
Well, Well, maybe Brad, some people don't need it, man.
Well, everybody needs it. Some people just don't know it. So,
What are you saying, Brad?
I'm just saying you got to have a pusher.
Okay. Well, I don't need one.
I know, like, every time you talk about Midsommar, you say a pusher, but every time you say that, all I can think about is in Mean Girls. I'm a pusher. I push people. And it's like, I think she's selling drugs. That's all I can think about every time you say it.
I thought you were going to say when she pushes Regina George into the bus.
Yeah. Yeah, did you hear? She pushed her in the bus. It's like, she didn't push her in the bus. And by the way, Desi, I do need my pink shirt back.
I need it. It's dirty. I wore it.
I need my pink shirt back. So
that's my favorite line from the whole movie.
Oh, it's so great. Of course, my favorite one is she doesn't even go here.
Classic.
Dude, I gotta say though, we all kind of mentioned Midsommar already, and I didn't really talk about it on my list just because I didn't want to reiterate. But the scene when they jump off the cliff—that's one of the scariest like daytime scenes ever, man.
God,
like
dude,
you know what I mean? Like one of the best scenes in the daytime in a horror movie. I would say that would be at the top of the list.
We gotta sell this movie to Brooke right here. Brooke, you absolutely have to go see. You have to watch Midsommar. It's not only just beautiful to look at, but just the acting in that movie, especially with Florence, absolutely perfection. Like you definitely gotta check out Midsommar.
It quite literally changed my life. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen that great of, like, a portrayal of an anxiety-ridden person until I saw that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It changed my life, too. It changed my life to be cautious as to what movie I took family members to go and see. I literally saw it with my sister Maggie, and you guys know the scene, but, like, I was just sitting there, and I was, like, kind of just, like, looking at her, and I was just like, what the
That's the push scene. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like
no, literally, like and that was pretty much the scene we talked about the entire way home, like from the theater. We were like, "What in the fuck is going on, dude?"
I'll
like,
one up you on that one. I brought my brother to see X.
Oh, nice, nice, yeah.
Yeah.
But you knew what you're getting into with that
it's in
one.
the plot, babe.
I didn't know they were gonna be like that much.
Explicit.
No, it's just gonna be a little bit, and then it's like. They're fully like 10-minute, like full nude. I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
Well, you know what, Mia?
Braden's sitting there. Jack Rayner's running around, dick hanging, like swinging around, just as much as fucking. Yeah. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, dude, literally. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot that I can watch, around my family and not feel just like, I want to sink into my seat. But I'm not gonna lie. It was one of those movies where I just genuinely felt like I was like, oh my God. And I think if Misael's still in the chat, I think he did the same thing. I think him and his sister went to the movie right before and texted me saying, bro, I don't know if you're ready for this. And I was like, oh, come on, dude, it can't be that bad. And I walked out of the theater, texted him. I was like, oh, ... like, so that was basically it. But yeah, what a movie experience that is. So, yeah, be ready for some excitement, literal excitement, if you watch Midsommar with anybody.
Some pubic hairs, it's got it all, man.
And Maceo says, "Yep,
yeah." Literally, we were texting that day right before.
I'm with Birdie on this one, man. That's my favorite Ari Aster movie for sure. I like it more than Hereditary. I know that might not be the popular opinion, but I love the hell out of it.
It's respectable. It's a respectable opinion for a fact. So
it's still a good movie. I mean, Hereditary is better, but it's fine. Like, I get it.
Yeah, they're both great, man.
I'll tell you this: Mia's not going to like our Slash It Out tournament next week when Hereditary goes 1-on-1 with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in the first round.
Are you telling me I wasn't invited for this? What the fuck, Brett?
He always gets himself in trouble when he says things like that.
Especially when I'm drunk.
White rum wasted.
Literally like in my top 5 movies of all time, and you just totally forgot about me.
Well, you know what? You can fill out a bracket if you're confident that Hereditary is going to win the tournament.
Oh, I 100%. What do you mean?
All right, I'll send you a bracket after the stream. But to go real quickly before I forget, Mia, you mentioned your story with X. I'll raise you one on the uncomfortability. I thought I was going to be the only one at my theater for X. I was, and right before the movie played, one teenage male gentleman decided to sit in the very back row. And then when all that was going on, I've never felt more uncomfortable in my entire life.
I don't know if that's it'd be weirder to go with your brother, I think. Right?
It was
Well,
weird.
at least we can make fun of it together. But that was just that random dude who decides to sit in the very back row. Like, I just didn't even turn around one time. I didn't even know what he was doing back there.
It's probably a good thing you didn't turn around.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Like, I was just so scared for my entire life right there. Before we get going here, Sebastian says, could the Strangers Pray at Night pass for summer? Absolutely it can.
If it could, we're about to find out, I think, in this next round.
Or you know what?
no way
Sebastian, be careful with that movie because that movie does scare Braden.
It did scare Braden a little bit.
Listen to me. I was distracted by something, okay?
Oh,
yeah, I
anyways, we don't get that freaking hay. Nah, I'm messing with you, Braden.
I was gonna say, man, like, yeah, it caught me off guard. That's all. It just got me off guard, and that's it. So I mean,
Missy L, shut the front door. Did you really? Oh my God,
Sebastian asked this. This made me I want to ask you something, Brett. Sebastian asked if something landed in your popcorn, and that made me think. Did you put? Did you put Infinity Pool on your list, Birdman?
I am not going to talk about it right here, right now, Brad. Shut the fuck up.
That actually would have qualified.
When I saw that in theaters for the first time, I'm like, did they really just fucking use shampoo the way I thought they used shampoo?
Oh, that wasn't shampoo, man. That was real footage.
Okay, well, anywho's, we're not going to get into disgusting territory right there. So if you haven't seen Infinity Pool,
watch it.
If you're if you're a Cronenberg fan, watch it. If you're not, don't watch
Y'all
it.
are haters. That movie is
Left scarred, but like, what the actual fuck was that?
I love Mia Goth and what the actual fuck.
Like, lots of great actresses in that movie, but like, what the fuck? Like, why did they agree to do that movie?
Because it was great.
No,
it's a great flick, man. I agree. Let's watch it.
You know what? Let's do a watch party, just with Mia and Destiny on Infinity Pool. It's just to see them bicker back and forth throughout the entirety.
Destiny while I was watching it. I'm like, did that just happen? Like, did I really just watch that happen? She's like, yeah.
Oh, it happened. Yeah, it happened. So did the ending happened too.
Yeah, it did.
A lot of things happened in that movie, and but Gavin says Possessor was way better than Infinity Pool, and I will agree with him on that.
I need to see that one
didn't
still.
like Possessor, Destiny?
Listen, here's my problem. Let me rant. I own it. It's literally right here. Okay, I'm watching it. I remember a scene that I heard about.
You didn't see the dick? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. And it's because it's the fucking yellow cover, and I bought the red cover. And so I'm watching it, and I was like, where is this scene? And so it doesn't have it, and I'm annoyed, so I didn't like it.
So you know, like, the whole movie for like 2 seconds?
Just because she bought the wrong version of the movie.
Well,
we've all been there. We've all been there.
No, just stream it. The one I
it's no better yet. It's on Hulu.
The yellow
streaming
version?
it.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure I saw it. Even though I don't remember it, but
and it showed everything.
Okay, I'll give it a rewatch because I was already in a bad mood that day. Like, I feel like with that movie, you have to be in a mood to kind of watch it, you know?
That's true.
And I just wasn't in the mood, so I was like watching it, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Where's the dick? And I was mad they didn't show it, and so then I was irritated, and
Can we make that a t-shirt too?
Yeah,
dude, I'm on it, man. I'm actually gonna make it part of the Fear Freaks merchandise, and I'm gonna put the Fear Freaks logo on it. Literally,
t-shirt ideas.
That's exactly it, man. I'm gonna make 2 new t-shirts tonight. I better see at least 20 pre-orders tonight by midnight once it gets posted.
By midnight.
You know,
where's the dick?
I'll pre-order.
Where's Brett?
Yeah, so no, I just.
Oh my God, he's swimming.
He's drowning.
Someone help him.
We'll see him just floating by in a fucking
Face down,
here in a little
just-
bit. Yeah.
With his little coconut next to him.
Okay, no, I found it. No, I'm alive. I got my flippy floppy flotation device. Sorry, I just wanted to do some quick promotion with my
Oh my
official
God.
Fear Freaks t-shirt that you can't see because it's drowning. Anyways, you know I have it, so I suggest you all go to Braden's YouTube channel or you a Fear Freaks t-shirt.
But did you bring your couch out there to the beach?
Yeah, I did.
It's a fake. It's a fake.
Damn it, you all got me, son of a bitch. Okay. You know what? It's over. I'm not at the beach. I try to make it for this long, but they're coming. But Ronnie, what's going on, man? Saying, hey, sorry for delayed turn up. What topic are we on? Well, we're about to enter our number one, but they exposed me. I'm not at the beach. I'm still here in East Tennessee, unfortunately. Galford's Dogs, what's going on? Saying, I'm starting to think Brightman's not really at the beach. Nah, dude, I wish I was at the beach. I'd be at Myrtle Beach right now, even though it's Myrtle capital in the world. But I still love Myrtle Beach.
Oh my God, my
What?
No, Myrtle Beach is actually one of the 5 top most dangerous cities in the world.
Happy birthday, Denise.
Denise!
Hey.
happy birthday.
Yeah, so
Hey.
Destiny, sing for Denise.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all, I will legit be right back because I have to use the bathroom so badly. It's not even
Hell,
funny.
you
So
can't say
I will,
I'll
be right
back.
back.
Oh.
We gotta put
but-
that clip on our video stream.
Yeah, we do. We gotta say that. But Destiny, if you don't want to sing, my drunk self will sing.
Holy shit, man. Chester, that's a great
Singing.
idea, man. Cujo? Fuck yeah.
Dude, Cujo's a great
What?
one. But Destiny, singing voice. Here we go. It's for Denise. It's for Denise.
I can't. I'm shy.
Okay, I'll do it. Happy
Okay.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Denise. Happy birthday to you.
This always happens on these fucking streams, man. Every time towards the end, it just gets completely.
That.
I'll be honest with you, my tongue kind of got stuck.
Brett, how many sick days do you have? You're gonna need one tomorrow, bud. I'm just telling you.
I really am. And I can't vote because I got an important job to do tomorrow. But anyways, happy birthday, Denise. Hopefully you have an amazing birthday. I kind of wish Destiny would have sang that song. And too bad Braden missed it. Oh my god.
What's coming?
Genies.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Destiny looks like she's been celebrating for you, Denise.
I'm not even that drunk.
Oh my
My eyes
god.
do look
Definitely
bloodshot
the
though.
drunkest. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Like at least I did call her D nice.
Okay, look. Only one of us is drinking straight like rum out of a coconut. So
Do not
Wait,
bring my
I have
coconut into
Malibu.
this.
I'm gonna
Is it-
say it right now. I have Malibu in here.
Is it only Malibu though?
No, because I'm not a psychopath. 'Cause
I
that's
took a
fucking
shot
gross.
of Malibu before the stream. So
I had a shot of
Malibu.
vodka.
Hey, there you go. Oh man. Braden, you missed some great shit. You need to watch the replay.
Dude, listen to me. All I care about is that I'm feeling back to 100% right now. I was at literally
My
like
man.
99.9% about to leak. So, you know.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what,
This is
Braden?
scary.
You know what, Braden? You could use a
Oh my
technique from
God.
Blue Mountain State, and you could do an oil change.
Hey, Brad,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you love that show, dude. Because
I finished season 1 before we got on here, so I'm ready to start season 2.
Oh
Drunk
my-
as a mofo. But
literally so good.
But no, but Destiny, do you want to mention that name again? Just to kind of catch Braden up to speed. What the hell happened? I was trying to sing Denise "Happy Birthday" and I said something else.
I don't know what happened, but he was singing and he said like Denise instead of like Denise.
My tongue got stuck. Okay, like
But
It
it was so good. And then we all laughed about it. Some tears were shed.
You know what?
It
I'll
was
make a
great.
clip of it and share it with the group tomorrow if I can remember it. So just to catch you up to speed. But Denise says, "Thanks, guys. That Braden calls me. I'm like that." Damn, Denise is trying to take advantage of my drunkenness right here. Calls me. I'm like that. Not my name. Oh my god. But okay, before we get to number one, just kind of build up the anticipation here. What is kind of like your favorite like summer like memory or summer kind of like what's your favorite summer? Like for example, like what's your favorite summer? I don't know. I'm just saying that words now at this point. But Mia, what's your favorite summer moment?
You're gonna have to give me a second. I can't even think right now.
Oh my god.
I was actually a camp counselor one year.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
That was fun. Because it's like, you know, you go to summer camp as a kid and you're like, you know, all this magical stuff. It just seems like, you know, cool people or your camp counselors. And then I got to be one. So that was pretty cool.
And I bet you were the coolest camp
Definitely
counselor.
not. But, you know, I tried to be.
Oh, bullshit, Mia. You were the coolest. Destiny, what is your favorite summer moment or like a summer memory you have?
Oh my god.
Or do we need to for you to think for a moment and get to Braden?
Yeah.
Braden's
I
already
don't
got
know.
he's got his shades down. He's ready, dude.
Oh, at home,
He's
Braden.
ready.
What's your favorite summer horror moment, or just your favorite summer memory?
Favorite summer memory? Like this is just like in my entire
You see,
life.
I'm not drunk, okay? Just leave me
Nah,
alone.
Brett, you're toasted, buddy. It's okay. We don't.
Hey,
we're
I'm giving
past
you a little
that.
sneak preview of next month. So,
Oh,
What's
shit.
your favorite memory in summer from the last 25 years?
For the last
or
20
however
well,
old you are.
I'm 27, so
Well,
you know.
25 still stands.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
think you
that is
remember
true.
when-
I was alive 25 years ago, so
But
that
what
is
if his
true.
favorite memory came from 1 year old?
And kudos to you for actually remembering that.
Literally, if I could remember being one, dude, like, I mean, honestly, my favorite summer memory is my dad would always stay super late with us at Six Flags. My mom literally would not, and I remember that. And she still says, I stayed late. No, she didn't. She literally like never did. Going to Six Flags and staying there until park closed, literally until like midnight, is definitely my favorite summer memory because that's where I spent most of my summers anyway, was at Six Flags in Illinois. So
Hell
yeah.
Dude, great memory. Brad, what's your favorite summer memory?
That's Galford's dog again coming in strong.
I know we can't outbeat what he just said. He says, "I remember one summer I was making love while that while that little boy drowned.
Nice.
I've got my priorities in order, dude. Good for you, my friend.
You get the Ron Swanson pose for that one. You know, I mean,
I'd have to say my honeymoon, man. Trip out to Outer Banks, really good time. My favorite vacation I've ever been on. Yeah, that to me it's recent, so it's firm in my memory. But yeah, that definitely comes to mind.
That's
a
great memory, Brad.
Dude, that's a great memory. I remember you sending me a picture of riding a horse on the beach too. I was like, did Brad really just ride a horse on a beach?
Oh, we didn't ride any horses on the beach, but we saw them out there for sure, man. They were just running around. They're wild horses. You can't.
You told me
them,
you
but...
were going to ride, or it says that you rode a horse on the beach.
You rode a beach on a horse? That's
I never rode a beach on a horse. No, I never did that. No, there was
Dude.
They were wild horses. You would die. You'd get kicked or something. So
that is like my worst nightmare.
Yeah, they live out there. They eat grass and shit. I don't know.
Horses,
but either way,
so salty.
I've never seen a wild horse. Like,
yeah, they're out there in the Outer Banks, man. They're out there for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good location too, man. A lot of different islands to hit up. A lot of fun times. A lot of good variety. Yeah.
Hell yeah. My favorite memory for summer is just me and my mom occasionally going on vacation to Myrtle Beach. We do Broadway at the beach. We eat at seafood places. Our favorite place to go to is called Drunken Jack's, and we get their spicy shrimp. It was absolutely delicious. And then the fun part about that one is my mom got terribly sick on the very last day, and I was too young to drive at that point, so she had to drive 8 hours straight home, having one of the worst food poisoning experiences in her entire life. But we did have a good trip.
Yeah. Hell yeah,
but
dude.
for some reason that
Just
one
the worst food poisoning ever. But like,
Yeah, no, like literally, she should have gone to the hospital, but she knew I couldn't drive yet because I didn't have like my permit or anything. So she actually drove, even though I should have drove, but I was just young and scared and all that. But
I would actually change mine to our real honeymoon. It got postponed because of COVID, but we went to Alaska for that, and that was really cool. So that had to take the cake for that, man. Alaska's got to be my favorite place in the country for sure.
Hell yeah,
Sounds
Destiny,
awesome,
what about
man.
you now?
I don't.
The first thing that comes to mind.
Anything.
I was like, that sounds like a great story.
You met Joseph Quinn.
Yeah, there we go. We'll count that.
It was during the summer. My favorite summer memory was meeting Joseph Quinn for 3 seconds. My favorite memory was spending a lot of money and then driving 3.5 hours and then meeting him for 3 seconds.
Exactly.
But it was worth it.
It sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's not like you met somebody else and all that, but yeah, Joseph Quinn was definitely one of your favorite moments. So, but,
it was.
Alrighty. So let's see here. Rodney with a story here saying my favorite summer moment is going to visit my aunt and uncle in Indiana and going to the Georgetown Drive-In. So many great memories. Do a drive-in in the summer is the best.
It is, man. It's going to be a late night, but it's fun, man. You're talking 3 a.m. sometimes later than that.
Absolutely, dude. And Sebastian says, I just remember some fat guy fighting a shark with a toy bucket screaming, get away. Did you help the guy?
Help the shark.
And then Chester says, my favorite summer memories are swimming in the pool and eating s'mores. Dude, s'mores in the summer, ultimate freaking snack. I'll even raise you one, Chester. I actually know how to make a little thing called s'mores dip out of a cast iron skillet. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, cast iron s'mores dip. Come to East Tennessee, I'll make you some.
So no. Here's what I'm gonna need you to do. I'm gonna need you to make some in front of me, and I'm gonna be sitting there with a notepad taking all the notes on how to make it.
Dude, you will be so amazed how easy it is to make.
Do you just melt some marshmallows and put chocolate on top?
No, it's you actually chocolate on the cast irons, then you put the big marshmallows on top, put it in the oven on boil, and just keep an eye on it and let it char at the top, and then you cut graham crackers into like actual chip size, and you just dip it.
Brett, dude, you didn't hear. I got a surprise visit for you, buddy. Actually, my flight's tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. and I'll be there
I don't want to talk
tomorrow
to that
morning.
loser.
So
I already heard already. I don't want to talk to that loser right now. No, I'm just kidding. I love him. So Chad, if you're listening, I love you. So let's see here. You forget the edibles, Brett, man. Never had an edible before, but I'll take my time taking one eventually.
Brett, I cannot fucking imagine you.
It's not going to happen.
Sight to see. I wouldn't want to.
That's not going to
there.
happen. It's not. Yeah, you want to be there. You definitely want to be there.
I don't know. If you started getting paranoid, I would have to leave because that shit starts to freak me out too. I get anxious too. I'll be like, whoa.
Oh man.
No, I wouldn't leave you.
I was going to do it next month. No,
I'd put your ass to bed though. I'd be like, you need to lay the fuck down.
No, I would be like Mark Wahlberg in Ted 2, just being like attached to that freaking wall going, I'm so scared. No, buddy, we're just a couple of blocks away. No, I'm so scared. Oh, Ted 2, excellent movie. But all right. So those are some of our favorite like summer memories right there. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. We're going to finally get down to our number one summer horror movie to finish off tonight. So Mia, go ahead. What is your number one summer horror movie?
It has also been mentioned about 15 times, but I'm not changing it. And it's It Chapter 1.
Oh, nice.
Rock steady.
I mean, it's, you know, I'm a sucker for kids like going around doing scary shit during summer. And, you know,
that's what I said.
I'm definitely not going to find some scary fucking clown in the sewer. Maybe you are, Braden, but I mean, I like watching other kids do it. So
no. It was the I'm a big fan of kids that got me at first. That's why I lifted the glasses as fast as I did, because I was like, hold the phone. We need to address something right now.
Look, hear me out on that one. Definitely not.
Okay.
But-
Again, I thought. Okay, all right, go ahead.
This is good news.
Anyways,
You
I
finish your
like-
sentence.
I don't know how to put it in a way that doesn't start with I like watching kids.
Just keep going. You got to finish that. You can't
Just
stop
go
at
ahead.
that. You got to
Finish
You
it.
gotta,
I love
Finish
children.
Finish
I
that
love
sentence,
children.
bro.
No period yet. Keep
Look.
going.
yeah, you can, definitely no period yet.
Like watching
Comma and or semicolon. Okay.
when kids go and
Parenthesis.
scare the shit out of themselves with scary creatures, not knowing what they're doing, and somehow by the grace of God not getting killed in the process.
Okay.
That
Chris
that's made a
Hansen,
good
if you're
turn.
watching, you heard her. You
The
heard
point has
All
been
right.
made, and the period was at the end of the sentence.
That made a good turn. That was a positive turn, I think. I like that.
Dadgummit, Gaffer's dog. Jim already reported our stream, so we gave it our best. But yeah, Mia, where you done? I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, that was it.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make sure I didn't interrupt you. So sorry. So Destiny, what is your number one? I have a pretty good idea what it is, but just in case, what's your number one summer horror movie?
Well, it is not The Strangers Pray at Night. It is Jaws, because that is one of my all-time favorites. It is a yearly watch, especially around the 4th of July. It only makes sense. But I think it is the best summer movie. It really started this summer blockbuster. I mean, it's Jaws. That's all I really have to say. It's Jaws. And it's amazing. And pretty much a perfect movie.
Mm-hmm. And again, that is an amazing summer horror movie. Definitely, possibly the greatest one of all time. Possibly. We'll see who else agrees here with you, Destiny. So, Braden, what is your number one summer horror movie?
It's Jaws. I mean,
there we go. Two for
really,
two.
dude. I mean, I grew up with this movie, man. Like, I remember my grandpa actually bought me. There was two movies I was obsessed with growing up, and it was Jaws and Twister. So
Fuck
you
yeah,
could
Bill
definitely,
Paxton.
dude, you can attest that Twisters is one of my most, if not my most anticipated movie of 2024. I'm so fucking excited for that film. Yeah, Jaws was a huge piece of my childhood. I remember going to Universal when it was a ride at Universal Florida, and there's one of my mom's favorite pictures. And I love the movie, but I was terrified of the fucking shark on the ride. Literally, one of my mom's favorite pictures is me leaning against my dad on it's like it's the shark's eye and it's looking directly at us, dude. And literally, I'm just leaning against my dad, like, oh, don't touch me, like, you know.
No, that ride is scary as fuck.
It is, dude. It's
Oh my God.
it was terrifying, man. And
you go in that little shack and it's dark. I'm like,
yeah, dude, like when you see the shark come up, I mean, and they did such a good job on that ride, man. And but that does also have one of my favorite childhood stuffed animals is my stuffed shark. I call it Sharky. It's actually sitting right over here.
It's a good name.
Such a
yeah,
beautiful name.
I'm not gonna get it right now, but you know, it's sitting literally. I can see it.
Well, you know what? How about you can get it as Brad goes over his number one?
You know what? You got it. I'll show off Sharky, everybody.
Here's what, let me say this real quick though. Those were the fucking days, man. Universal, they not only had the Jaws ride, but they had the Twister ride too that you were just talking about.
So good.
That shit
And
was
they still
fire.
have them?
in the
No, both of
subway,
those are gone. Yeah, both of those.
Damn
yeah,
it,
the
Brad.
sub. Yeah, the
Disaster
yes.
was replaced by Fast and Furious.
Aw,
which is like
Sharky.
so fucking bad. It's a terrible ride.
Get out of here with that bullshit, dude.
It's
Both of those,
horrible.
Twister, Jaws, Disaster, all those were fantastic, man. They could have kept those forever. They're Sharky.
Yep.
Wow.
This is Sharky. He's got a rip right here, a rip up here. I got to get him sewed up, man. He's kind of in a bit of a wreck right now. But
Did Freddy
yeah.
Krueger get a hold of him or what?
I mean, dude, I don't know how the hell this happens. Like, honestly, like I don't know where the rips come from.
Did a sheriff shot him with like a kind of like a harpoon or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I did leave him on my bed, and I've had dogs growing up and everything. So my thought is that that's where the holes came from and everything. But genuinely, like, I mean, it's genuinely an experience that I will never forget. And Jaws was just such a big piece of my childhood. It's hard for me to not place that as number one, man. I mean, it's a great horror movie, great summer movie, great 4th of July movie. I watch it every 4th of July. I have it on no matter what. And yeah, my grandpa's favorite line in the movie was always, "We're going to need a bigger boat." And so anytime I hear that line, I immediately think of him. So yeah, great film. Love it.
Hell yeah. So, Brad, what is your number one summer horror movie?
Guys, it had to be Devil's Rejects in this situation, man. Rob Zombie's my boy. This is my favorite Rob Zombie movie. I think this movie's perfection for what he was going for there. This is where everything Rob Zombie does just clicks. You know, like his characters, crazy characters, his gore, all that stuff. It just clicks in this movie. It's pretty. I like this movie more than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's very similar, but I like this one more by far. I just think it's more fun. Otis is crazy, man. He's sweating the whole time. You can feel the summer heat. They go dig out guns. They dig up some guns over in the desert. They have a good time out there doing it. Everybody except for that one guy from the Sullivan band. He didn't have a good time out there doing that. But yeah, it's great, man. It's fantastic. I love that movie, man.
Hell yeah, man. So Brad, I'm gonna just drink to you right there doing the freaking devil's work.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why isn't he albino in the second movie?
Because it's summertime. He got a tan, though.
His eyes change colors and everything.
You know, it is crazy because it doesn't make a lot of sense because I feel like it takes place right after House of a Thousand Corpses because he still has the same like cheerleaders there. Yeah. That was Halloween. This movie is very clearly in the summertime. Like absolutely. So it doesn't make a lot of sense there for that reason, but it's fantastic. I love it. This is, to me, it has a good shot for me of winning the bracket in my own bracket next week. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And before I get to my number one, I want to get to some star comments I have here. Denise says, my favorite summer memories is when school is over, staying up late, watching scary movies. That's the best summer right there. Just freaking watching horror movies late at night. So hell yeah, Denise. And Chester says, my number one is The Lost Boys. Hell yeah, that is a great number one pick there, Chester. Let's see here. Sebastian says shark movies scare me more than any slasher movie. Yeah, because shark movies is definitely like just something you're scared of when you go to the ocean. So absolutely, or even when the Sharknado happens, then you're just screwed. So absolutely agree. Denise back saying Jaws still gives me nightmares and chills. Dude, absolutely. Jaws was the movie for me that made me terrified of sharks. That's why I never hardly step in the ocean. And Chris is agreeing with Destiny, saying love Jaws, definitely watch it on the 4th of July. Absolutely agree. The perfect movie to watch on 4th of July. And Galfer's Dog says, no Piranha 3 Double D mention? What the hell are we doing? No Double D action in the on our top 5 list? And then great jump. And then great jump scare before you're going to need a bigger bow scene too. That is absolutely a great jump scare right there. So I could not agree more. But my number one summer horror movie, of course, Braden and Destiny said it. I'll say it once more. It is definitely Jaws. If you think summer horror movie, Jaws is a great 95% of the time. It's going to be the first one mentioned. Definitely one of Steven Spielberg's like best like movies ever. I am a Jurassic Park fan, so it's always going to be my number one. But easily number two is definitely Jaws. Jaws is just was a game changer into the and it's considered Jaws was the very first ever, or it created the summer blockbuster genre all on its own. Jaws is fantastic, has great mood and atmosphere, has a great score, and an iconic score of the da 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 da. Absolutely great. And of course, we get great lines in the movie of we're going to need a bigger boat. Just everything's terrific about this movie. I won't say much more than that. So I'm going to toast to Jaws. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. All right. So guys, that's our freaking top 5 summer horror movies. We hope you all had a fantastic fantastic time hanging out with us, especially me making a fool out of myself. Brad, this is the last time I'm hosting while drunk, okay?
No, dude, you're
This
gonna keep
is
doing
the
it.
last time you drink on a stream.
No,
Straight
you're
up.
gonna keep doing it. You're gonna keep doing it. This is a new tradition.
Oh, thank you, man.
I think you're doing great.
Thanks.
Braden just fucking left. Like,
Yeah, Braden hates me, but thanks, Dennis, for the nice compliment. I feel like
He
I
broke the
did some of my
seal.
best work.
He broke the seal. That's all that happened.
Yeah, you broke the seal. Have you not seen the movie Host?
Braden,
Braden,
You're muted.
Braden's looking at us like, you're lying. I'm going to keep talking. No, Braden, you are legitimately muted. I didn't mute you. Okay, there we go.
Oh, sorry. No, I thought my dog was at the door. It was my sister's boyfriend being a fucking weirdo, dude. Like, really, I was hearing the scratching, and he literally comes crawling in my room. I almost fucking kicked him, dude. Like, I was like, scared the shit out of me when I opened the door.
Oh my gosh, man. But no, I'm glad you're okay. You didn't kick anybody. But
well, you kicked Jason though.
Yeah, definitely kick Jason. We don't like Jason. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Chris says Return of the Living Dead is a summer horror. It takes place on the 4th of July. It actually takes place the day before the 4th of July. But you know what? I agree with you, Fo. It is a good summer horror movie, Return of the Living Dead. So I could agree with that pick. And Denise says, thanks for the birthday love. Seeing Braden drunk for the first time made me laugh.
Listen to me. I'm not even drunk.
yeah, you're not even drunk.
Oh, I was like, who has me playing right now?
Huh?
I heard someone has to. I heard my voice in the background.
I don't have anything. Hold on, guys. My sister, she's gonna come in real quick into the chat and say something. I'm curious to see what it is. She just texted me. She was like, "What's the name of the stream? Hurry!"
Okay, well, we'll definitely wait for her for her comment. As we're waiting, we'll go ahead and just spend this time. And if you got anything to promote or anything coming up on the on your channel or just going on streams, let's go ahead. Mia, do you have anything coming up? Or I know you were lately on Not Too Bad, I believe is who they're called. You were on an episode of them talking about Insidious 3. If you want to promote that real quick.
Yeah, we did do an episode, me and Connor. I was the fill-in co-host for him. So we did a little episode over there if you want to check it out. Other than that, I mean, I was going to be on a Slash It Out episode, but I guess, that fell through the cracks. So,
well, which one was it? I thought you were on one already, right? We did one, right?
No, I mean, I was supposed to be Hereditary, apparently, but, Brett.
Oh, she was talking about the Slash It Out tournament we're doing next week.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, we'll do a Slash It Out. You want to do a Slash It Out? We'll get you on for a Slash It Out. Hell yeah.
No, absolutely.
Anyways, no, I have nothing else going on except for that. I just sit at the mercy of you guys inviting me on your channel.
Hey, you're welcome anytime. Absolutely. And be sure, I also got your Etsy store in the description down below as well. So be sure to check out Mia's Etsy store. She does amazing work there too. And so you definitely need to check out her store and support her on that as well.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And Destiny, what do you got coming up here?
We have Back from the Dead Sunday.
Yeah. And we got some good horror movies to talk about. We mentioned, or Braden mentioned one earlier with Nope. That'll definitely one be mentioned. I'm sure Jaws will be brought up here on Sunday as well. So yeah, so definitely. And then anything else after that?
Hopefully Fear Freaks next week. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm about to turn into a skeleton. I've been begging for an episode. I miss you guys.
Well,
Braden, what are you doing up there?
Listen to me.
See movies early.
Listen to me. Sorry. I get invites to these press screenings and I'm attending. So, that's what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It just means a night off for me.
Well, hey, there you go. You can't beat a deal like a night off, though. But Braden, what do you have coming up? I know you're doing pre-recorded content now, to my freaking amazement. Even though you're doing a great job with your first 2 videos with pre-recorded content. So if you want to mention that, and of course, please promote The Last Nightmare.
Yeah. Obviously, our biggest project that we have coming up is The Last Nightmare, which is currently crowdfunding on Indiegogo. If you guys want to support it, you guys want to snag a Blu-ray or something like that, you guys have the opportunity to do so. I'm sharing the link constantly on my YouTube channel and everything. That's going on for another 47 days. We have 47 days left on the campaign to raise as much as we can to get that movie made. So that's going on. Coming up next week, yes, we will be having a Fear Freaks episode. And what we're going to do is we are going to combine. We're no longer just going to be covering Insidious the Red Door itself. We're going to do a full episode talking Insidious the Red Door and then doing an Insidious ranking as well. So we're going to do kind of spoiler-y Insidious the Red Door review in the front with a ranking in the back. And then other than that, got some pre-recorded videos coming up. I should have my Haunted Mansion review out next week, probably on Wednesday. I'm seeing that Tuesday night, so I'm excited about that. And then, yeah, just be on the lookout for some different live streams that are up and coming regarding Haddonfield Nightmare, which also crossed 1 million views. So thank you to all who has watched that.
Hell yeah, dude. Badass. I'm looking forward to all of your upcoming projects. And yes, guys, please, if you have not donated to The Last Nightmare, please do that. We definitely want Braden to finish the story, and we deserve to finish the story. So please go donate to The Last Nightmare. And Banana Bread, how are you doing? Saying, Braden, who just walked into your room?
Bro, it was my sister's weird ass boyfriend. That's who it was.
Well, so. Braden, be careful, because the next comment I'm about to pull up here, the one you've been waiting on, is thoughts on Call of Duty Zombies.
Fucking love them, dude.
Yeah.
There you go. Riley loves the zombies, dude. She loves Call of Duty Zombies.
Do they have zombies coming up on the next Call of Duty in November?
I have no idea.
Because I'm going to buy Call of Duty in November, and I'm going to get back on it. I haven't played Call of Duty in like years.
I still want to get Modern Warfare 2, but yeah, dude, we used to spend so much like college. Dude, I stayed up so late playing zombies like every night, like weeknight, weekend, didn't matter. I would just freaking slay it all the time, man. That was when World at War was the first one, man, with the classic maps, and then yeah, man, I just grew from there, man. Die Rise is one of my favorite maps ever. That was fantastic. We had a good time on that one.
One of the most recent Call of Duties has a really good zombie. I forgot which one it is, but
I think it was Cold War, because I liked Cold War. Black Ops
Cold War was good.
It had good zombies.
It came out in like 2-3 years ago, maybe.
I think that probably was Cold War. Yeah, they had good zombies on there. One of them had like Titanic map. That was interesting, but it was hard. But Cold War was they had some good zombies on there for sure.
God, man, I just can't wait to turn on my Xbox. I haven't turned my Xbox on since like March, so I'm looking forward to do that. Especially when Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game comes out next month. Brad, we definitely got to do some live streams on that.
Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do.
And Friday of course, you guys are invited to that. Plus, yeah, Friday the 13th, because all the characters are maxed out on ability, so we gotta take advantage of that while it's still there.
Yeah, and they're going to yank it completely at some point, so we got to get some of that in, as much as we can. And then Evil Dead 2, we have that as well to play. So
I'm still down to play Evil Dead whenever you guys.
Yeah, I need to play Evil Dead 2. I only played it once, so yeah. So definitely on Good Will Hunting, we do have a Twitch, but we're definitely going to use it. But so we got to get some groups because again, with more people means more fun. So we'll definitely try to get organized something on that pretty soon. And Braden, before we say what's coming up on Good Will Hunting, just some advice. Don't think you should kick her boyfriend. I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. So.
Give him that John Tate treatment, man.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Banana Bread is dead. No, I'm just kidding. But Brad, we're gonna talk about what's coming up on Good Will Hunting. I'll let you do the honors and talk about the Summer Slash tournament.
Yeah, dude. Next week, man. Next Friday, right? But it's not Thursday. It's Friday
at 8 o'clock.
Dude, it's a big, the tournament. Our next tournament's next week, the Summer Slash. We're doing the modern horror directors, 16 of the best horror directors post 2000. Rob Zombie's on there, Ari Aster, of course. A lot of people we talked about tonight. Robert Eggers, yeah, of course, Mike Flanagan, James Wan, Lee Winnell, those guys, a few more. We got all their movies in a tournament. We're gonna freaking duke it out until we find the best movie. In that, Midsommar is included. Hereditary is included as well. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. And we're going to have a Patreon watch party leading up to that, watching one of those movies. So we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, Piranha 3D. That's the one we'll be watching with our Patreons. So if you're interested in being a real hunter, go to the Good Real Hunting on all our socials. Click on the Linktree link, and we'll have a Patreon link there. And be sure to select either tiers 2 or 3 to get access to Piranha 3D watch party for next week.
Yeah, and don't forget about Saul too. We're going to start that watch party series in a couple weeks. So.
August the 1st, I think that's our plan right now to do the Saul watch party. So, So Mia, Destiny, Braden, if you have a Saul movie in particular you want to come on with us to watch, just let us know. Destiny does not like Saul, so I appreciate your support right there.
And then we're watching Green Inferno in the next Scream Warriors.
You said 2?
Yeah, we are watching Green Inferno.
No.
No, but no, Destiny, you said 2. All right, I'll keep it. I'll check with schedules and all that to make sure to see we can make that happen. And then, of course, like Destiny mentioned earlier, me and Destiny do have Back from the Dead on Sunday at noon Eastern time, where we go over the horror movie anniversaries. We are going to tackle July with just like the Integrals of 5 this year. We're going anything ending in 8 and 3. And we'll also talk about the horror movies that came out last year. And Braden or alluded to, Nope will be one of those movies we will talk about. So that would be Back from the Dead Sunday at noon Eastern time. And Galver Stock says, do some day drinking on Back from the Dead. I don't think Destiny would appreciate that one bit, because meaning that she would have to host the show. No, and I don't think she would like me very much if I did that.
No, you can host. You do perfect hosting when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. See, there we go. I got Mia's approval. I do perfect drunk hosting. And I've been seeing people in the chat do more drunk hosting and drunk alongs and everything. We'll see how my hangover self approves of that or not. So we'll check that out. So, guys, I'll go ahead and close this out here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us for Scream Warriors Episode 2 live stream. We will try to do an episode in October. I know October is crazy with everybody's schedules, but we'll do our very best for October. And if not October, we'll try to do one for November before all the family activities with Thanksgiving and Christmas season comes along. And the next channel to host a Scream Warriors episode, that's going to be on Braden's channel. So we'll definitely have one on his channel next. So oh my God, why did I forget your names there from me? Mia and Destiny, thank you for letting us have a Scream. Oh wait,
their names are literally.
My name is right there.
Yeah, it's literally.
Right, who added that there? Because I know they weren't there the entire time.
I think you did, because
I promise you I did not. But
it wasn't me.
At least the last,
well, wait a minute. Let me check something real quick.
It definitely wasn't me.
You know what? That explains a lot. When the banners come up, the names disappear. But no, Mia, Destiny, thank you so much for allowing Scream Warriors to invade the Final Ghouls YouTube channel. So if anyone watching right now or after the fact, if you have not subscribed to the Final Ghouls, please do that, because I know they would really appreciate that. So we'll go ahead and lock out for the night, and we will see you all for the very next Scream Warriors.
Bye, Denise.
Oh my God.